Hi everybody, today in this video I'm going to talk about depression. Now depression is usually past and not future. Maybe something like a memory, holding on to a memory that you haven't dealt with. It can also, could be anything else. It's normally something that has happened that's triggered something and like caused the depression or something like that. But depression can also be a bit of an impact as well in the winter months, like any other mental illness and our mental health. But that's going to be for another video, which I'm going to be starting like next month, each month doing mental health for the winter times on like the effects and the awareness around it. So back to this video, the depression. Now depression, how does depression affect you? Normally it's your emotions, your feelings, low self-esteem, lacking in energy, low mood, your confidence, your confidence, it can affect your confidence, your motivation and even your hygiene. Now, depression in itself, it can be a big thing, but you can overcome depression. It may take a little while, some time to get over it, to overcome it, and as well, it can come back. But the first time, if you've experiencing depression and you've overcome it, you come out the other end feeling a bit stronger, and with your also your confidence as well, because you just feel with the depression in itself, you just want to shut yourself away. You feel negative. Everything else feels negative. You find it difficult doing your day-to-day tasks. Even the things that you used to do before you had the depression, it just feels negative. And normally with the depression, like, you can have medication for it, antidepressants and things like that, which you have to stay on them for at least a year before you wanted to come off them tablets. But also as well, you got to have self-help. What I mean by self-help is having coping strategies to get you back on track, to get you to help you to overcome that depression in itself. Now, when you're in them moments, when you're in them times of feeling like that, it can be quite tough and challenging at times. It's not that easy to get yourself out of it, but it's finding things to do. It's like giving yourself a little push. You have to realise what is going on within yourself and how it's making you feel, that you need to get yourself out of it. You have to see what is going on isn't exactly doing you any good. It's like giving yourself a bit of push, because alongside all that as well, that doesn't help with it, is overthinking, constantly overthinking with it all, and it just builds into one big thing. A little thing builds into one big thing, and then it causes all that pain, that suffering alongside what goes alongside with it. Now, whatever you whatever you try to do is all what works for you, because everybody's different. Everybody's different in what they do and what works for them. One person might do one thing and it might be fine for them, like like a coping strategy, but for somebody else it might not be. So it's all about what works for you. You start off small steps, you gradually work your way into it, getting yourself a little bit motivated, trying to think like you're thinking, trying to change it into a positive outlook, because your outlook always seems to be negative with depression. Your outlook just seems negative. So it's changing that, and at first it's not, like I said, it's not easy. It's not an easy thing just to do. A lot of people just do not understand that, with any mental illness, it's not easy just to straight away try and cope with it. It takes time. You ain't got, not doubting yourself. You've got to try not to doubt yourself, because how it makes you feel within yourself. Like, you feel, how can I explain it? Yeah. Like I said, you feel low within yourself. It's like, you feel self-worthy with everything, and yeah, you just feel self-worthy with it. Your moods, your low moods with it all as well. So it's finding the coping strategies and gradually getting into them, gradually working your way into them, and the best thing to do with it is take each day at a time, and like I said, small steps. Start off with saying some positive things about yourself. Find, say, 5 positive things to say about yourself, like your mantras. Do them in the morning. Start off, like I said, small. Getting into bigger things, you've got to gradually work your way into it, but it's having coping strategies there to help you with it. Getting yourself out of that, away from that thinking, that negative outlook, that negative side about how you feel about yourself and as well dealing with the root cause. What has caused that depression? Think to yourself, why am I like this? What's caused it? And dealing with that cause, starting off dealing with that cause and getting them coping strategies. Once you start to see that they work, like I said, it do take a bit of time. You gradually start to feel a bit more positive within yourself, and then alongside all that, you get a bit more confident within yourself. You even start to feel a bit stronger within you. You don't feel so weak, so drained. Alongside all that, it comes in stages, and if you can overcome it, you come out feeling mentally stronger within yourself. You feel stronger as well, and your confidence with it as well. But like I said, it takes time, and taking them little steps, and trying not to doubt, overcoming that doubt within yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Coping strategies that, going out for walks, you have to try and when I say pull yourself away, is if you're stuck in looking at the four walls, it plays on you. Start thinking, and you start to feel, it doesn't, what I'm trying to say is it doesn't help with how you're feeling. So you've got, like going out for walks, just sometimes you really have to push yourself to do it. Just start off small, going out for a little walk, and each time make it just a little bit longer walk. So there's walks. It's starting to help you get a bit motivated. It's the motivation. It's all right doing these things, but it's a big step getting from A to B, doing them things. So once you overcome that, from from A to B in doing them things, that in itself is a big achievement. And it is for all those that are suffering with any other mental illness, and they have them great difficulties in getting from A to B with doing the things that they do, like their positive coping strategies, their activities, or whatever they're doing. So, and it's the same with depression. Depression's an illness. So once you gradually get that motivation and get into getting from A to B, that's a big step. That's your first big initial step. Other things, talking about how you're feeling, outletting it, expressing yourself, because all what's inside, it has to come out somehow. And the more it's building up, the more it's just building up and building up inside, and that's how it affects your emotions, your feelings. That's what causes all them problems as well. So, talking about how you're feeling, expressing how you're feeling, you're gradually outletting it, so finding someone, someone that you can trust, someone go into, there's other like talking therapies, see the doctor, you can see the doctor, they put you through to these places if you need to talk to somebody. So there is help out there, so that's what I wanted to talk about, and just talk about depression in this one, and also just bringing the awareness around it, because there is a lot going on, like depression, I think's quite common, especially the world we're living in at the moment, like with what's happened recently with the lockdown. We're not out of the woods yet, so it's just having a little bit of awareness around it as well. So like I said, I'll be doing monthly videos for mental health for the winter, but for mental illnesses, all mental illnesses, and our well-being, how it affects the effects of the winter time, the winter months with it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please share this video, because our mental health in itself is important. And take care, be kind to one another, and give us a like.